There you go. The Cybertruck is about 90% full here in the vault. Yeah, all this stuff's going to Huntsville with us. It is Tuesday afternoon. We're starting our Huntsville trip here in the Cybertruck. First long distance trip in the Tesla Cybertruck. I've reset the trip meter. Our plan is we're going to spend the night in Greg's house. He's 25 miles closer to Huntsville. From there, we're going to drive all the way to Huntsville tomorrow through Atlanta, oh boy, and then spend several days in Huntsville. There is a amateur radio convention as well as a Hamfest on the weekend. And then Sunday, we're headed to Nashville for the night, see the family, and then head back to Tryon. That's our plan. All right, we're wasting time. Let's get on down the road. And right now, we're headed to a amateur radio meeting located in Forest City, North Carolina. Yeah, we're heading down Highway 74 to the east. We're heading to a place called Forest City. Are you hungry yet?
Oh, I'm hungry. Always hungry.
You're born hungry, right?
Born hungry.
What an awesome dinner. We met all the guys, talked about radio stuff, and now we're headed back to Greg's house. Greg lives 25 miles closer to Huntsville, so we're going to pass my place and then head on down to South Carolina. And we're going to sleep at Greg's house. He's got an awesome guest room, which I've slept in a few times. And we'll get up at the crack of dawn and we'll be on the road. So what time is it now? 8:22 p.m. You can sure tell the seasons are changing around here. Normally it'd be pretty light about now. We're on Interstate 26 now, headed to the east, going south. Yeah. Anyway, we get off here at Landrum Highway up here in a mile or so, and now we're in South Carolina. And it's getting dark. We're now in Landrum, town of Landrum along Highway 14 here. It's a really neat place. You ever come down this part of the world? There's places like the Hare and Hound here for something to eat. And Sluiza's, which is, I think it's Thai and Japanese. It's really good. Anyway, we're heading southwest now on Highway 14, and we're heading that way. Yeah, it's getting dark for sure. The high beams are automatic, of course, here in the Cybertruck, and they work pretty good. Got the fuzz. But it do get dark out here. There's absolutely no lights or anything out here in the country.
The next day.
We are charged. Yeah, we peeked up here on Greg's wall connector. Yep, all good to go. Got 90% here in the Cybertruck. And a pile of junk in here, but you know what? It's not so bad. I think we're good to go. Yeah, I did a quick wipe down of the main window. Had some dew on it, but we're all good. Hello and good morning. We have left Greg's house. We're headed south here. We're on the way to get a Scottish breakfast, on the way down to Interstate 85. The mileage so far this trip is 66 miles. That was yesterday. We went up to Forest City, came back to Greg's house, spent the night, and now we're headed out to the Hamfest in Huntsville. It's 340-ish miles, so it should be good. But on the odometer now, 66 miles. We charged up last night on Greg's wall connector and left the house at 88%. 88% gives us a whopping 260 some miles. I think it read 265 when we left. Today we anticipate 1 to 2 charge stops. We'll probably charge up before we get to Atlanta. We'll transverse Atlanta going around the north stop in Adaptors, and then that should be the last charge before we arrive in Huntsville today. Dang, I sound like an airline pilot. The only downside is I don't have autopilot in this thing yet. Dang. Well, are you awake over there, you?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Oh, I'm just listening to all the chatter.
Oh, yeah, you were sleeping, I think. We get Greg up too early, and the poor guy. Anyway, where we are, we're just heading that way. And no trip is even possible without a Scottish breakfast. Okay, here we go. Navigate to Huntsville, Alabama. I didn't give it an address. It's just going to pick city center. We're going to say yeah. That'll get us kind of where we're going. Looks like we have one charge stop in Kennesaw, Georgia today. And if you're a Atlanta person, it sucks. The traffic is terrible. We're going to go around the north side. It's already starting to get screwed up, and we're going to charge here. Then we're going to charge in Adairsville just because, or we're going to stop early. We don't know what we're going to do, but we're going to do something. Let's do it. Heading southwest on Interstate 85, getting out of the town of Greenville, which is pretty good size, a lot of traffic. We're going to work our way to the southwest, all the way to Atlanta. Navicomputer says we were supposed to arrive with 21%, but the Navicomputer says now 26% arrival, 142 miles to Kennesaw Supercharger. I suspect at this rate we may end going all the way to Adairsville or something. Anyway, as the battery warms up, we continue to get more range, so this is pretty good. As we continue with traffic, let's have a look here. 131 miles to go. It looks like now 31% on arrival in Kennesaw, which probably means we'll end up going all the way to Adairsville, like I said. But we'll see. We're heading that way. We're continuing southwest here on Interstate 85. We're coming up to, what is this lake? Kiwi? Hartwell. Yeah, we're coming up to Lake Hartwell here. And the border, or the state line here with Georgia. We'll be up there soon. And just heading that way. Sun's behind us for a change, which is really great. Fairplay is where a supercharger is, but we have so much range, we don't need it. We're on the way down there. Welcome to Georgia. We've crossed over the Lake Hartwell state line. I missed it. We were talking to our buddy Matt, but we're in Georgia now. The road's changed. A little bit better quality, I think. And we're heading that way. Speed limit's up, so we're good. Too bad we don't have autopilot in the Cybertruck yet. However, I hear it's supposed to be coming this month. Let's cross our fingers. Hope they get it all tested out. We're getting there now. We're just between Commerce City and Atlanta. Looks like our turn is in 36 miles, which puts us on 285 around the north side of Atlanta here. A lot of traffic. Here's what our path looks like. See the red and the orange? Yeah, that's coming up. Oh boy. We pulled off the highway, used the facilities, get a little something to drink, and we're heading back on the interstate here at the Shell station right off Interstate 85. We're now back on Interstate 85. We probably be turning about 19 miles on 285, I think. It says 403 south. That's interesting. Have a look at the map there, Greg. See what it does. That's before, isn't it? Yeah, well, it is what it is. Take a look at that. Yuck. Welcome to Atlanta. Yeah, you can see from all the traffic. It's traffic, I don't know what to tell you. I will say there's lots and lots of Teslas though here. They're all kinds. I saw a guy on autopilot looking at a book or something, which is the ideal thing to do when you're moving 1 foot a minute. We're on 285 going around the north side of Atlanta, and let me show you how cool it looks. Yeah, it doesn't. Welcome to Atlanta traffic. Golly. Well, what do you think of Atlanta traffic? Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. 5 lanes in each direction. And it still doesn't handle the traffic. Wow. We're now on Interstate 75 headed north. As you can see, there's just a tiny bit of traffic here. Got a C-130 flying around up above us here. I don't know what story it is. Maybe he's Air Force Base up here or something. But he's playing around. I saw him do some hard bank turns. Anyway, we're getting there. It says our stop is in 8 miles. Look at the trucks coming into Atlanta. This is Interstate 75. It runs north and south all the way to the Gulf, so a lot of traffic. 5 miles to the supercharger, and we've started preconditioning the battery. Greg was able to redirect us. We were arriving with 24.6% in Kennesaw, and normally we get off the highway here in Adairsville, so he set it up here, and now we're arriving at 14% in Adairsville, up the road another 30 miles, so no problem. 14% arrival is perfect. That gives us plenty of range here. 14 miles from Adairsville. It's really a nice drive here. It's just, I don't know, of the madness of 40 and 75 and all those roads. 75 right through here, it's very pleasant. Of course, it is a nice day. We are off at Adairsville. Yes, we are. And let's see, we're going to stay in the right lane because as soon as we make this left, we got to be in the right lane and all this truck traffic. It's okay. Pretty place here. It's in the valley, and it's, oh, golly. Nice roads. The place is up here behind Scottish breakfast lunch place. What do we got here? Oh, the fuzz. They're doing something. Department of something. State, did it say? I don't know. Anyway, we got a green. That's a good thing. He probably wishes he had a Cybertruck. All right, so here we go. We go this way. And I do believe it's here, or did I turn early? I sure did. Yeah, there's a couple entrances. I turned a little early because I know it's behind the Mickey D's here, or Taco Bell maybe. I don't know where it is. Right, should be right.
Is it back here?
No, I think it's. I thought it was Mickey D's, but maybe I'm wrong.
That's the other
There it
side
is.
of the street. Yeah,
It's right behind the Taco Bell. Yeah, we get some tacos. It appears to be a 2, 4, 6, 8 stall. It's fine. And it's, I think, version 3. So we can park really anywhere.
Yeah.
And we will. We'll just pop it right in the middle here someplace. Because remember, juice is juice. More juice is better. You hold those ends of your lines right there in the center of the parking spot. And that's where your fanny's going to be. Let's see, with Cybertruck, it uses up quite a bit of space. And I back it up abnormally back. Let's have our trip meter here. We look at our trips. Look at that. So, all right, well, let's get hooked up here and down the way. Put this in park. We are in park. Hey, how about that? Okay, here we go. Let's get this hooked up. See, there's enough room in the parking spot here, and I back up what I thought was a reasonable amount. See, and then version 3. How do we tell? Skinny handle, and this one, stick it in just like any Tesla charger. It flashes blue if I can cover it up. Once it communicates, it talks green. Look at that, 5 seconds. None of this credit card baloney. All right, let's get a charge and on to Huntsville here. So these are Tesla batteries. These are the 4680s, 46 millimeters in diameter and 80 millimeters long. All right, let's have a look at this. 17%. We ride with 15. It's at 209 kW at this low state of charge, which is fantastic. Only 10 more minutes to get to Huntsville, but we're probably we're not in a hurry to get there, so I'm going to put this down to 80% because I don't need any more than that. Come on, there we go, 80%, and we'll charge it to 80%, and we'll have plenty of juice once we get to Huntsville to mess around, and we don't have to run and get a supercharger right away. Here at Adairsville, Georgia. It's an 8-stall, 250 kW. It's located right in the parking lot of a Taco Bell. Yeah, how about that? Restrooms, I imagine. If you don't like that, there's a Zaxby's right next door. If you don't like that, there's a gas station. You don't like that, there's a Days Inn. So come to Adairsville, Georgia. You won't regret it. So here's a fun fact. We got here and we had to charge in, 15 minutes or 12 minutes or something like that. Enough energy to get all the way to Huntsville. Huntsville's 120 miles away. So right now we're currently at 3% on arrival. We have 2 hours and 26 minutes and an hour and 21, or we'll arrive there at 1:21 p.m. However, we are charging now to 80% because remember the rule. When I arrive at the city, that's fine with 5 to 15%, but you have to charge. So why run around like a chicken with your head cut off and have to go charge and then go to your destination? You know, I can charge here a little more and I arrive with a little more in Huntsville. That's how it works. So I'm going to just charge to my normal 80%, right now at 41%. I'm not sure. After it goes by and calculates the time to leave for the trip, which means I have enough energy to get to Huntsville, it'll convert over and go to the charge limit, which is 80%. So I'll be back. Now we're in our charge limit, like I said, right? I can click this and it'll say, yeah, okay, I got enough to go. All right, that's fine. We're just going to cancel it. I remember I told you about now that I've set the charge limit to 80%. Now we have 30 minutes to go all the way to 80%. That's fine. Remember, we're using the energy now, or charging the energy now in the battery that we're going to be using in Huntsville later. Whether we do it here or there, it makes absolutely no difference. We're just about charged here, 80%, and 1 minute to go. I want to draw your attention to the charge power. 95 kW at 80%. It's pretty good. These Tesla-made battery pack and batteries are pretty dang cool. We're going to charge to 80, and it is 83 degrees, by the way. That doesn't help. We're calculating. As they say in our part of the world, it's ciphering. And then it'll tell what's going on. I do have some trash, so I'm going to run in and dump that off. We're going to get a few extra percent, and we'll get on down the road here. Be right back. Let's get down the road. Hour and 48 minutes to get to Huntsville. 2 hours and 26 minutes, 120 miles. And guess what? We're going to ride with 46%, just like I said. Here's our run. Yeah, it's all through the mountains. It's going to be pretty dang cool. I'll try to show you some cool things. We're just starting up into the hills here on Highway 140, going westbound from Adaptors, actually. Pretty cool. It's a nice place. Road's nice. This takes us right on over to Huntsville. We're just coming up the road here and going up the hill. It's going to be twisty turny here now from mile 1. A lot of farms and things around. You can't see squat. Let's see if we look here. Yeah, some farms. Anyway, there you go. Just going up the hill here now. We're running cruise control because that's all we have. We've made it to Highway 72, which runs north and south. We'll now get up on the highway here, and this should take us to, oh, that's interesting. Had an arrow and it went away. This should take us to Huntsville now. According to the nav, it's 40 miles from here down the highway. And we're getting on right here. And off to the highway we go. Highway 72, headed to the south. Let's have a look around here on the way to Huntsville. It's a good quality road here on the way to Huntsville. We follow the river, so it's kind of twisty turny here, but the quality is pretty dang nice. Looks like 22 miles to our destination here in Huntsville. And of course there's some mountains on all sides. Can't see them over there, but trust me, coming into the town of Huntsville. It's in this valley here. Yeah, it's cool. We'll check it out once we get there. We'll drive around a little bit and show you Huntsville from the inside. We are here at Dreamland Barbecue. Look at all these guys, all my buddies. We had a really nice meal. If you're in the area here in Huntsville, Dreamland Barbecue is a pretty nice place. Pretty good food.